How can India move ahead to greater heights with so many geopolitical challenges? There's only one solution. There's only one solution: economic growth. You want to get stronger militarily, you need more money. For that, you need economic growth. The solution to everything is sustained economic growth for 20, 30, 40 years. There is no other solution whatsoever. But it doesn't mean that you only focus on economic growth and forget everything else. You also have to do other things like reforming the education system, focusing on culture, etc. The Modi government has done nothing whatsoever to reform the education system. The new education policy is a joke. It does nothing. It does nothing to address the real core issues. So the solution to geopolitical challenges is economic growth. But while you're growing your economy, if you allow 100 million Bangladeshis to come and squat on your territory and another 2 million cookies to come on your territory, then eventually you're going to hand over this gigantic economy to outsiders. And you're allowing industrial scale demographic re-engineering in the country, in Punjab and wherever else. Then what's the point of economic growth? So I would urge the Modi government to take these issues seriously. You really have to do something to reform the education system. Enough of this focus on humanities and all that garbage. The focus should be on STEM, science, technology. That's what the focus should be on. And you need to teach your own culture to your kids in their native languages. Otherwise, you will end up with people like me who are more comfortable in a foreign language than in their own native languages. And when somebody is more comfortable in a foreign language, those people are mentally colonized. And most of them, unlike me, will suffer from a tremendous inferiority complex. So they'll try their best to move abroad and give up on their country. So the government needs to reform the system, reform the bureaucracy, reform the other institutions, let's just put it at that, reform the education system, instill a sense of civilizational pride, which is completely lacking, undo some of the colonial mental colonization. Nothing is being done in that direction by the Modi government, which is so disappointing. Only working on the economy and infrastructure is not enough. Learn from our good friends, the Chinese. There is so much to admire in China. But we seem to be on the path to vassalage of the West. There are so many, should I say this? There are so many elements in the Indian government who seem to be deeply beholden to the West. They want Western visas, their family members have foreign citizenships, and so on. That is very concerning. If Vishnugupta Chanakya were to be brought back today and asked what are the top problems in India today, he will say, first of all, anybody who has relatives who have foreign citizenships should be thrown out of government and investigated. Anybody who's married to a person of foreign origin should be investigated and should not be in any position of power. Right? So all these things need to be looked at very seriously. So once we deal with these problems, we can move on to greater heights. We need economic growth, very important to deal with geopolitical challenges. We need to become the second or first largest economy in the world, which we historically always were. But we also have to structurally reform our issues. Where is the war on corruption? One of the biggest problems India faces today is corruption. Corruption is the root of most problems in India. Where's the war on corruption? How many years has it been since Mr. Modi has been in power? Where is the war on corruption? Are we even beginning to see something? I'm not saying there's corruption at the top. There's not, most likely, at the topmost level of the government. But you have to address the grassroots corruption, which is ruining the lives of Indians. And you have to reform the institutions and so much more. So there are so many challenges. Probably we need better leaders going forward.